hi everyone. Today we are going to see the session 6. Okay. So till date we have covered about what is SAP GTS, what is SAP ECC, what is SAP procurement cycle, and then we also checked about the organization structure. All these has been discussed, and I've also given some few notes as well and homework as well to work upon and come back. And I've also asked about the SAP SD cycle. So I have given the procurement cycle. Okay, this is the procurement cycle, and someone has given me the homework for SAP sales cycle. But what is expected? Okay, when I go and type SAP SD sales cycle in Google, okay, you go into images, it will tell you whatever is there. Okay, it is just see whatever the you are going to send me the screenshot or whatever you are going to send me, it is already the information is available here. But why did I ask you to do homework? The reason for asking you to do the homework is that you have to explain me the way how I have explained you. So when I was talking about procurement cycle, I told determination of requirement. What is determination of requirement? Why do we need to do that? And what is source determination? Why do we need to go there? And what is vendor determination? Why do we need to do that? So all these I have explained. So when someone is sending me a homework, I would ask you to help me to understand what is order requirement, when the order requirement will be fulfilled, what is goods preparation, what is supplying to the customer, and creating a sales order. Give me the transaction code, give me the table names, and monitor the sales order. What is that? Issuing the product, what is that? All these details I need more understanding or clarity. Then I can understand that yes, you have done some homework and you are able to give me some details on that. So this is how I'm expecting you to do a homework, not simply taking a screenshot of whatever you see and sending it to me. I'm not expecting that. I'm not happy with that case, because the more you understand and sorry, the more you understand and more clarity you give in the homework which you give, and that will tell me that okay, you are understanding it, and I can help you to fulfill or give more information to you. And if you and there was one question to me from one of the person who is listening to this content. Okay, and what he or she has told is that for her there is a requirement that they have already a company code, plant, storage location, sales are already defined for one particular entity, and now they want the same details to be copied to some other entity, and the address needs to be updated for that. Okay, so this part of job has to be done in SAP ECC system or S4 system, and respective functionals will take care of it. But now we need to do the configurations at the GTS side. So when I say the configuration needs to be at the GTS side, what is the organization structure we have? We have FTO, we have legal unit. So I have not discussed about that completely, but let me tell you what needs to be done in ECC side. I will just give you a glance and then we will go there. Now let me go to ECC system. This is the ECC system. I will go to OX and T code. You have to remember the transaction code, otherwise it will be very hard for you to understand. Now let me randomly select a plant, and what am I going to do is I'm going to click on copy as. So what happens is same plant details will be copied to something else. Now let's assume I'm going to give a number to it. Okay, we can give an alphanumeric number. So I'm going to give 2025. Okay, and it says already there is an entry exists, so I will not be able to give that. So what I will do is I'll give us 12/25 December 25, and it says no matches found. Now what I will do is Hamburg test and works, and this is all it is needed. I'll just press enter. Once I press enter, it asks for other details. You can give the details like Chennai, and then give some number, some change number you can change it, and then Chennai, India, and this is okay, this is all okay, and then I click on copy. Postal code must have 6 digits. Great. Let me put one more 0, 2. Okay. Now number of entries is copied. So this is copied. Now I have to save it. So if I save it, okay, then that means this particular changes is getting saved in this system. So this entry is saved. Now if I go to SE16N and go to T001W, this is the plant details, right? And when I give 1225, I can see that entry details over here. Clear? Now this is how you say, for example, someone is asking you to maintain a plant details or a sales org details. This is how you need to do. And you need to ensure what is the address they have give, that is the address you have to put. You should not copy the same address of your existing plant. Okay. Now let's assume this plant details will not be there in GTS system. Now right now we are in GTS system. I'm going into SPRO. I've already given a homework for you guys. What is the FTO relevant table? What is the legal unit relevant table? How do you see the mapping and all those? I also told you that FTO is a foreign trade organization, and that can be that will be maintained as the BP, which is a business partner. So FTO is a master data, and same way legal unit is also a master data. If at all I wanted to do the configuration, I have to come over here, and now let me go into assign plant to a feeder system group level. Now let me go here. Okay, it says blocked. Okay, let me come out of this. I'll say, do you want to display log data? No. Let me go in again. It says status. I think someone else is using. So let us go over here, and I'll position the group as ECC group, logical system group, and the organization what we have created. This is what the organization we have created. Okay, this is nothing but the plant. Is there any mapping maintained? No. Okay, after 1200 it is 1231. No, 1225 is maintained till now. Now what needs to be done in this case? Okay, now in this case what needs to be done is, now let me go over here. This is the legal unit which I have to define. So legal unit corresponds to the plant which is defined in the ECC system. So I have to create a legal unit. Now what will be the difference when I say foreign trade organization definition or a legal unit definition? I told you both are going to be a business partner. Even the vendor and customer is going to be a business partner. Now how FTO, legal unit, vendor, customer, all these will have a differentiation. That plays a major role. Firstly, FTO and legal unit, foreign trade organization and legal unit, both comes under organization structure. So when I go into BP, I have to click on create organization. So when I put create organization, then I have to choose LU underscore. LU is nothing but legal unit which I am going to define, and 1235. Create, and then create in BP role. This is very, very important. In this only you will tell the system that I am going to create a FTO, I am going to create a legal unit, I am going to create a customer, supplier. All these you will be telling the system. Now what is it you are creating? You are creating a legal unit. See over here, SLL SIT. This is the BP role which you need to select to create a business partner. And then this one, it is asking for internal assignment, external assignment. You can choose whatever you want. Okay, that's not an issue. Okay, now what is the name which you need to create? Okay, now you are going to create a legal unit. Now the next step is that what is the name you have to give? For that you have to come into ECC system, go to the table, same plant table, and open this plant information. Whatever the details is available in this plant information in ECC, that is what you need to give over here. Here name is Hamburg test, and name 2, is there any name 2? Yes, it has a name 2, and that has to come to another field. If there is name 3, you have to give name 3. If there is name 4, you have to give name 4, like that. Then search term. Is there anything called search term over here? If search term is there, you need to give the search term also. If there is nothing, no issues, you can ignore. Okay. And then street address and all those. So street address is 13 Chennai. You have to give that Chennai over here, and house number as 13. And then postal code city, you have to maintain that, and then country is India, and then press enter. Okay. Now when we save a plant, what happened? It asked for a transport request, and we saved that plant in the transport request. Now what you need to do is, we have filled the details for a legal unit which is coming under create BP as an organization. Now I am clicking on save. Will it ask for transport? No. Why? This is the master data. Master data can be created in any system at any time. It doesn't require a transport request at all. So now we have created a business partner. So this is how whenever a new plant is introduced or whenever a new sales org is introduced, this is how you need to do. You need to ensure that you are copying the data, whatever is there in ECC, that address you need to copy it and then save it in the GTS system. Clear? Now once the company code is given, you need to have the company code. Once a plant is given, you need to ensure that plant mapping is done. First of all, legal unit has to be defined, and the next step is, now you have defined legal unit, right? Now the next step is, I'm going into SPRO, okay, and I'm going over here, general settings, organization structure, assignment of organization units from feeder system to foreign trade organization. So in that I'm going into legal unit because I'm created a plant, right? So I have to assign that plant at feeder system group level. So assignment of plant. Now what I need to do is I need to click on new entries. Okay. What is the group? The group is going to be the same, or you can press F4 or you can press this icon which is over here. You are going to choose ECC group and foreign trade organization. Okay. So for foreign trade organization, sorry, this is FS organization is free feeder system organization. So feeder system organization is nothing but 1225, correct? And then the name details, I'll give it from here, Hamburg test. I'll give that details here. And then what is the legal unit you have defined? LU underscore 1225. This is the legal unit you have defined. Now press enter. So entry does not exist. So did I create that legal unit, or what is the legal unit I created? I think I created 1235 if I'm not wrong. That is a mistake from my side. So if at all I wanted to check a legal unit which I have defined or not, in table level you need to go into SC16. You have to go to BUT 000. This is the table for BP, and then LU underscore 12 star, because I'm not sure whether I have done 25 or 35. Okay. So it is 35. That is what I have defined. So that is a mistake from me. So what I have to do is I cannot delete it. So I will create one more BP. Okay. I'll create organization. Okay. And now I'll choose 1225. And then this has to be legal BP role as legal unit. And then click on create. And then the same details, if at all if it is available, you can give that. Chennai 13. Okay, IN, and I'm again saving it. Come back, whenever you, once you saved it, come out of the screen and go to this screen again. Now you press enter. Now there is no error. And now what will happen once I save? Once I save, it will ask for transport request. Why? Because this transport request it is asking because we are doing configuration. Whenever you do a configuration, this is what you need to do. Now you click on enter, that data will be saved. Clear? Now the plant which was copied in ECC system, that irrelevant information is mapped in GTS system. How? First step, the legal unit is defined. Second step, that plant information of ECC is mapped with legal unit which has been created. Now the next question is, I have a plant. I should know the company code for it. So did I assign the company code for this plant? No. So when you go into this table to check the mapping, it says no values found. So if you wanted to know what is the company code for this plant, first of all you need to go into the configuration and do the mapping. Once the mapping is done, then the company code information you will be able to find. So once that information is found, you need to check in GTS system whether that company code is already defined as FTO in GTS or not. If it is already defined, then you need to check whether that configuration is done or not. Where you will check the configuration? Go into SPRO, go into SAP reference IMG, global trade services, general settings, organization structure, okay, assignment of organization units from feeder system to foreign trade org. Click on assign company code at feeder system group level, go into here and check for it. If it is done, then that means the plant and company code details which is available in ECC, it is also there in GTS. Now this is done. Only this is done. Is your step all completed? No. You have created a fresh legal unit, right? That means you need to assign that legal unit to the plant. So where is it? Assign legal unit to foreign trade organization. Sorry. Once you have defined the legal unit, you have assigned the plant from ECC to legal unit which you have defined in GTS system. You are checking whether the company code is exist or not, and you are also mapping and checking that whether it is mapped with FTO in GTS system. Now the newly created legal unit, you need to check whether it is assigned to an FTO. Let's see it. LU_1225. You have created, right? But did you see over here? No, you did not see anything over here. That means that information is not assigned to the FTO, because we are not sure of what is the FTO, because we still now in the system I have not mapped the plant with the company code. So that is the problem. Now once all these things are done, then what will happen is that you need to check whether the flow is happening or not. For that, first of all, you need to take a document, a purchase order or a sales order, create it for the newly created plant and all those, and then move that details and then transfer the details to GTS system and see whether everything is working fine or not. So this is what you need to do for this particular scenario. Clear? So I hope maybe we have moved very fast, but I feel like this is also very critical or important topic to be addressed, and that is why we came into here. In previous class, I also told you about the mapping, how it works, how it is linked. When you are trying in ME23N, or when you are creating a purchase order, how the purchase order will look like, how the data will look like if you are providing an incorrect data, all these informations are shared. So now, as per GTS system, I have told about legal unit, I have told about FTO. This is the organization structure for GTS system. So the changes will be moved from development to quality to production in the case of configurational data. And in the case of master data, you can create in any system. Transactional data also will be created in any system, but the production only will have the live data with you, with the system, in the system. Now the next topic what we are going to see is master data. Master data in SAP ECC and master data in SAP GTS. So what are the master data in SAP ECC and SAP GTS? So that is what we are going to see. Clear? So when I say master data, I have already given some details about master data. So when I say master data, what comes in your mind? Okay. So master data means, okay, when you join a company, okay, when you join any company, no matter what they do, do they simply come and tell you like, come, you start, you do this work, you do that work? No. They will give you an employee ID. They will create a employee ID in the system, and they will add all your addresses to the system. Similar way, in an SAP environment, for each and every module, there is a separate master data which you need to deal with. Now in this particular case, we are going to talk about master data in SAP MM. So there are like 7 to 8 master data available in SAP MM, but I will be more focused towards the SAP GTS relevant master data. So that is vendor master data, material master data. So we deal with purchasing. So vendor master data and the material master data plays a major role in SAP MM. Now the homework is, what is the master data in SAP SD which is relevant to SAP GTS? I want all the master data in SAP SD, but I want more specifically what is relevant to SAP GTS. But if at all anyone wants to know what are the other master data in SAP MM, I'll tell you. One is purchase info record, source list. Source list is what? I'll tell you. And then quota arrangement, and then service master, and then service condition, and last messages. These are the master data which I am aware of. What is purchase info record? By the term itself, it is purchasing info record. You would have purchased a particular material from a particular vendor. So that combination will be stored, because see, when you are buying a particular material from a particular vendor or the supplier, you would have some dealings. You will say, okay, procure this much of goods, I'll give it at this price, no matter whether the price goes up or goes down. So all these dealings happens, right? And that comes under purchase info record. So once you type in the material and the vendor, the price will automatically get populated in the purchase order. So how that's happening? That is based on the purchase info record. The second is source list. Source list is what? In the procurement cycle, there is a concept called source determination, right? And for that source determination to happen, source list plays a major role. And the third one is quota arrangement. Quota arrangement is something like you have a source list of people who can supply the goods to you, and now you have to play with the quota. Okay, what is the quotation they are going to give? What is the contract you are going to place with? All that comes under quota arrangement. Service master and service condition plays with the services you provide for the product you purchase. Say for example, you are a laptop company. You are manufacturing laptop. You are selling your laptop to the customer. And in addition to the customer, customer purchases the laptop, you will give warranty also. So during the warranty, if in case of any issues, you need to do the services. That comes under service master and service condition. And then finally what is called as the messages. Messages are something like from SAP system, if at all you wanted to trigger any messages outside the system or to generate any output accordingly, then messages plays a major role. So now we are coming into the concept of vendor master record, and then we will cover about material master record also. But irrespective of whatever the master data coming into GTS system, it has its own terminologies, and that is what we are going to deal now. Okay, let me check. Let me tell you that. So vendor master record or a customer master record or supplier master record in GTS, it is called as business partner. Okay, and then material master record is called as product master. Okay, these are the master data in SAP GTS on a general specific category. What is a general specific category? See, in GTS we have 4 different areas. 1, compliance, customs, preference, and intrastat. Each and every area has its own master data information for it. Correct? Even a business partner, we are dealing vendor and customer and the material master on the ECC side, but when it is coming to GTS, even the business partner, what we say, we also call business partner, FTO as a business partner, legal unit as a business partner. So in general, every common category will also come under business partner, and material will be called as a product master. But apart from these master data, under specific areas, we have separate master data in SAP GTS. That we will discuss in future sessions. Now let us go deep dive in. So this is the homework. Hope someone completes that. And then what we are going to see now is vendor master record in SAP MM. So first of all, you need to know how to create a vendor master record. So any transaction which is for create will end with 01. Any transaction for anything you want to change, the transaction will end with 02. Any transaction which you want to display, the transaction will end with 03. In the case of to create a vendor master, you have to go to XK01. To change a vendor master, you have to go to XK02. And to display the vendor master, you have to go into XK03. And even in the last session, if you remember, I told you guys, if at all you wanted to create a vendor or a vendor, you have to create the vendor at 3 levels. One is client level, where you need to provide a address details alone. Say for example, I am going to create a vendor. What is the name? Let's take Dhoni. Okay, and I don't know to which company code he will belong to which purchase organization he will belong to. So what am I going to do is, I am going to select only the general data. General data will be at the client level. So when I press enter, vendor Dhoni has not been created. Why? I don't know. Okay, let me create. I don't know, vendor has no. Okay, I'm into display vendor customer. Sorry guys. So I have to go into XK01. Okay, and I'm typing Dhoni. Okay, I can just simply press enter. If I simply press enter, it will take me in, because I'm going to display the client level details alone. Now it is asking for an account group. I have to choose an account group. Let me choose, I'll choose him as a special vendor. Press enter. Account group, internal number, leave number as blank. Okay, then let me not do that. I'll choose vendor. Seriously? Okay, it is taking internal numbers, so that means we cannot give the number. Okay, I'll give the name Dhoni, and search term MSD, and Ranchi, postal code 1. Okay, I don't know what is that. Country is India. Press enter, and this is account control. This is all only for client level details. It will not ask much, and then if I save it, it will get saved. Clear? So account 74 has been created. Now if I go to XK03 and type 74, it will say select at least one processing option. So we have created this particular vendor at general data. So if I select all this client level information, it will go in. But if I come back and if I select accounting info record, it will ask for a company code. See, enter a company code. But do we create a vendor with the company code? No. So what needs to be done? Now let me create a company code for it. Let me create a vendor based on the company code. Okay. Okay, this is the account group, this is the company, and this is what I'm doing. And let me give the name as MSD Dhoni. Search term MSD. Same Ranchi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then country India. Now when I click on enter, it is going to control account control, bank details, contact person, and next is also going, because these all comes under what? Company code information. Wherever there is asterisk, that is a place what you have to give some value. Let me give some random values. I'm not sure of what are those values. I'm just giving some random values. Okay. Going forward, pressing enter. Okay, and it is asking to fill up all the details. Order currency. You have to choose some currency for him. Is there INR over here? Yeah, it is there. I'm just pressing enter, save. So account 75 already exists, but did I tell you to do that? I did not tell. It was taking a name, but I don't know why it all of a sudden did not take. So 76 account group is an internal number, so I should not take it. Okay, fine. Now let me click MSD, some random numbers. I just want to create it fast. I don't have much time. Press enter, order currency INR, press enter, save. I hope it gets saved this time. Okay, it is getting saved with the number 76. Now when I go to XK03, click on 76, and I'm not giving any information. Okay, I'm just, what am I going to do is wait. It is loading, it is taking some time. Okay, it is having some information, and then I'm giving only these details. It will still take me in, and if at all, if I wanted to choose all these details and press enter, it will ask for okay, not wrong, it's a warning, and it is asking to enter the company code. I will enter the company code and it will take me in. If at all I wanted to go for purchasing order, if I press enter, it will ask me to enter the purchase organization, and if I give the correct purchase organization, it will take me in. Now this vendor is a vendor. Whenever it gets created, it has to be in GTS system, right? But has it gone to GTS system or not? How you will check? Go to the same table for transaction SE69 in ECC, and for GTS system, you wanted to go access table, you have to go into SE16. There SE16N, here SE16, you have to ignore the N. And now I go to same BUT000, and if at all, if I wanted to see, it is having a 24,000 entries, and I'm just simply executing it. I'm not sure of the number what it is going to take. Then let me put 76, and it says no entries, because this number is a business partner at the GTS level. So I have to know the business partner at that level. Let me come over here. Okay, and then go to settings, user parameters, I'll see field label, and then external partner number is 76. I'm executing it. When I click on 76, it says this is the business partner created in GTS system. See, this might look gray areas, but slowly I'll let you know what is all. I wanted to view that business partner. So now when I go into that business partner, I'm choosing it number, I'm giving it this number, and then click on it, and it says test customer. But whatever details we have there, and that details is not matching with the details here. Say for example, we have a vendor which is 76 and it has MSD Dhoni as a name, but here the name is different. That is not possible. So what you need to do is you need to transfer this material to GTS system. How to transfer this material to GTS system? This is a transaction code to transfer the materials to GTS system. Now initial transfer of master data, vendor, I'm giving this number, executing it. All selected partners has been successfully processed. Now when I click on start, what does it say? Okay, now let me do, I'll go to external number, I'll just type 76, enter. Now you see there is a business partner created for MSD Dhoni. Now why this confusion happened? When we displayed for the first time, it was taking some other business partner, and now we could see an additional business partner came. Why does that happen? I'll tell you. This is a table, right? In this table, when we give the 76 as external business partner, it gave a business partner, but that business partner, when we opened in BP transaction, it was not a valid one. Why? Now you see business partner category, select on this and click F4. What does it say? It is a 02 partner customer. But what is that we are created in GTS system, in ECC system? It is a vendor, display vendor. We have created a vendor. But what this table shows? This table shows only customer. And that is why I transferred that business partner, I transferred the vendor which was created in the ECC system to GTS system. Now, if I refresh this, it will have one more entry and it has 01. That 01 means it falls under vendor category. So, in ECC system, you can have same number for vendor, same number for customer. It doesn't matter at all. Whenever you transfer that data to GTS system, it correspondingly considers this vendor falls under category 01 and this customer falls under category 02, and a specific business partner will be created for that case. Clear? So this might look weird, but try to understand. Now today we are trying to understand about vendor master record. So a vendor master record is created in the ECC system, and that vendor master record, if it has to be in GTS system, you need to transfer that data from ECC system to GTS system. How did I do that? I went into a transaction code and I did that. Now, the homework for you guys is, okay, what is the process or the steps to create a customer? Once customer is created, does it have any organization levels? When I say organization levels, vendor master we can create in client level, company code level and purchase org level. Same way, a customer can be created at what all level? In what all levels? And how to transfer the customer from ECC to GTS. Firstly, you need to check whether it is already existing in GTS or not, and then if it is not there, then you need to transfer. And what is the table or method to check in GTS? I want these all homeworks to be done. If these all homeworks are done from your end, that tells you guys are following up with me. Okay, so I'm closing it today. That's it. And next for tomorrow, we will be seeing next master data, which is nothing but the material master data. Clear? So thanks everyone.